Pimpers was good. Anything else there? Tired. Did a double. And you know what I noticed? And I'm going to jack it to the fullest. So I'm going to put all that on the Good, the Bad, the Ugly Pimpish 102 page. Nobody like positive convo. And that's cool. It doesn't make you have an opportunity to let out your negative side. Yeah, because that's what positive shit do. Either you ignore it or you come in, yeah, whatever, but you know. And then what you mean? And the debate goes from an argument to a fight because it went from a debate to an argument to a fight. Now it's we spinning the block. That's what positive shit do. Unless you have a reputation with it. And I get it. I ain't really got no reputation with it. Or do I? Dealing with the kids, the youth. Stop the violence is the goal. Is the definite new type of club I like to run through. And have fun. Cause all you gangsters don't even have fun. Y'all say y'all was outside and it was lit. Yeah, it make y'all look like y'all deep. Y'all not having fun. Whole bunch of pictures. Y'all groupies to each other. But that's a whole nother other conversation. For the most part though, I notice y'all don't like positive conversations, man. Y'all like banter that goes to the left. That's where it is. So I'm gonna bring up two debatable topics for y'all, since that's the part of the pimp y'all like, right? So, weird ass people. Dudes be like, yo, man, yo, on the dead homie, I went through this spot on the dead homie. Dudes knew my body. When you say on the dead, right? Which dead people you talking about? Cause the subject might not have nothing to do with violence, and you mentioning people that got like riddled with bullets, chopped in half, dead. On the dead, on some gang ish. You ain't even got no homies that died in gang ish. You talking about your grandmama, your mama, or your father's friend that you grew up with, that you called them uncle, and they was just pops people or auntie, and they was just mom's friends. Who are y'all saying on the dead? Cause if you stand on it like the homie, be like, fuck the dead. Yo, you lucky what talking. You lucky I was talking about the grandmother now. It would have been up. So which dead you ain't want to get up for? That's the topic, right? I'm serious. Cause I know this positive conversation. I don't want to hear that shit. But on the dead, who? You ever kill anybody? You talking about on the dead? You trying to make a valid point? You said it so much, you don't even believe what you said is solid. So you got to say, yo, that's on the dead, huh? You want to say that's on my dad? I wouldn't lie on that. Weird. I'm really leaning to that. Why y'all don't like positive conversations? I'm in front of a courthouse telling the people, yo, give the kids opportunity. But y'all hear me saying a little jail tell to Pistol Pete about heck tech shit, and I'm like giving a standard on how you don't know who's who in this. I get 1,000 likes, and I ain't even monetized right now. Dudes love gossip. So I'm gonna put some gossip on it. That's why the thumbnail got these names up there. I love that conversation because on a versus, you might not get game winning. Yet to hear the breakdown the way they did it, Game versus Jada in a total package. Who's better? Hmm. That's a great debate conversation. I fucks with the game. He's a redundant, emotional person. Yet if he was rich with his emotions, he would get looked at as a tough Drake. You know, he didn't cry, did all these things, stripping, went with trade, and went with 50, and that whole broke up issue and showed the world he was on his own. Controversy on controversy with this record label. Fuck them. Um, um, no snitching with the 50 G unit, snitching, all that gangbanging ish he did. But when they start talking about completed albums, Jada can't fuck with Game. And I said that shit years ago, like, ooh, this album fire. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't like Jada's first album. I wanna cruising, baby. I had to go 3 years into like that. He got some knocks on it, hard body, yet he got some watered down ish. But when he get with the locks, when he get on that mixtape, when he do that guest appearance, JADA, cool. Game do that with people on a feature with him, or Dolo. He got more styles than all the locks put together on the dead, I say. That's all the dead homies. He got more flows than Jada could think about. He got more flows on 2 to 3 mixtapes than the locks doing all their albums. Forget their mixtapes. Then when his mixtapes styles, Chic, Kiss, they can't give you 10 songs and better over 50 bars and you be like, ooh, but Game could. He's a name dropper. That's about it. He fantasizes in his vibe, yet when he does grow, he want to let people know he can finally get all the stuff y'all heard him saying when y'all was saying he was fantasy rapping. Hard, 300 bars. Remember all these different things? Shooting at anybody that want beef with him. His LA leakers, and when he get on those freestyles, he shut them down too. But he's an emotional player. Yet I give it to him. Wrong, right, or indifferent. 50 respect him through the whole thing, even if 50 said, on the strength of you, I'll leave it alone. He respect him because nobody can stop his Ja Rule. And Game, I believe, beef was better in 50's like, that's the type of opponent I need in my life right now to continue that beef. Yet he did. I don't know if it's the billions, millions approach with Dre and M being involved, or 50 realized I ain't gonna let this crash go, cause I'm willing to crash this way. But nah, not this way. What made him stop? I don't know. Jada and Game, did they ever do a track together? I don't think so. That was, I'm gonna keep it official. I like to give my where I get it from Joe Budden. And you know him and Game had the beef. And I said back then, Game smashed him on that track. I think they had one track apiece on each other. Game, rah, and Joe Budden was on his Grizzly. That boy Game came out of nowhere and went heavy hard at Joe Budden. Joe Budden was even saying, he said, on the totality scale, give it the Game. Kiss, can't fuck with him. But Kiss with his odd approach and repping top 5 that are alive, when you gotta break it down in different type of particles, like overall you're gonna give it to Kiss. Yet when it comes to being an artist for an album, who makes the better one? And without beef and a major cash cow behind him, what you think Gaines would have did in his success if he would have stayed a G Unit issue and ain't have internal beef? Might eventually grew apart, but ain't had no beef. Went 3 to 4 albums, 2 to 3 teen G Unit albums. How you think his career would have been? He made it where he is to this day through all his pitfalls on his own. Kiss by himself. Yet he has 2 successful partners to help his rep look impeccable as the leader when he's not the top businessman in his group. Chic is. Yet, lyric wise, on the mic, 2025 going to both come out. And here the opportunity to see what the crowds get to pitch. Y'all all want to go with Kiss? I'm going to put my money on Game. Kiss don't battle. If he ever did, cool. He don't battle. Game do. Kiss don't battle. Who Kiss got on his portfolio? Beans? That was a J issue. Beans just happened to be a part of the I'm with the smoke issue. I smoke hella bud, more than you, Kiss. You want me kiss you, nigga? That type of. Other than that, who Kiss had? You see what I'm saying? He don't need fine tuning. He's just flowing off of the frequencies of like his normalcy of life, growing and just gaining, prospering, and adapting to change. Game, he inflicts change mandated when it was at one point not a chance in hell change to happen. And he forces it like disaster. Yet, it can also come out as successful. He puts his foot in his mouth. He's very hypocritical, yet lyrically in pain and showing ability to adapt and maintain all this approach when he get on that rap. He's hard to fuck with, B. I promise you. If we had to deal with sales after a second battle album, people will leave Jada like, yo, he nice, but he don't know how to keep that 4 hour vibe. He got an hour in him, but Game got like 4 hours of that, and that's, you know what I'm saying? So, I hope this gets some spins, cause I'm trying to figure if it gotta be negative, or it can just be possibly debatable. Would y'all tune in more? Because I'm trying to find a niche that works for y'all. I got a few ways I want to go, yet I got to include it. Normal hard workers don't have people to include their bank account growth. So, let me know. This is the only one time I really give what y'all say about my story. Put it in the comment. Bow! 050 ho pimpers.